Alright. Doesn't look like anybody showed up in this delay time that I've buffered in here at the beginning, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Good morning, Internet. We finally got the Rebellion update. I mean, it's about right on schedule, I feel. This feels about right. And it was bigger than I expected. I was not anticipating to suddenly have an additional 20 levels to the player cap, or for all of my stored experience to be almost nothing. I am almost 123 now. I have already done all of the quests here, but I think before I actually do the polls and get into the main thing I'm looking to do today, I think I am going to stop for a little more time, see if any of my Exedra friends that have been watching me stream lately show up for that. But not going to put that off too long. But I do have 30 regular keys, 10 4-star keys, and 1 5-star key ready to go once we get to that. So that'll be an extra side thing. I've got pity at this point. That's guaranteed. So we will go until we get it. If we get near cap, I'll probably grab that and then call it then. Like if I'm at 80 pulls and I get her, I might be like, all right, let's just throw another 20 in and then get the bonus for 100 pulls. But we'll just have to see what happens there. For the time being, I forgot last night, and I was like, let's just start doing our dailies. I did one of my raids already, so hold on to that for the moment. But we do have a new score attack. Oh, and I should probably clear out all of these things as well, so let's do this. Only one skip for that today, but some decent extra experience. Go ahead and... well, I need to actually do those, right? But score attack. I do... as you can see, I've got this completed. Yeah, I was in 300th when I did it originally. Oh, we're down to 1057th, but it was a low effort on my part, honestly. But I did clear 50 with this one. This is my team that I've got together for this. It is auto. I do want to try slotting in Homucifer instead of Gattaca once that is an option here in a little bit. But I'll go ahead and just run this score attack for now. See if anybody shows up. It is unfortunate right now that I just don't have many methods of communication with followers. So it's hard to reach and be like, you know, I'm going to be doing this. So I said on previous stream, you know, if something big happens, I will be streaming again, and something big has happened, so I am streaming again. But for the last couple of days have been like, I mean, wanting to just jump the gun and pull and just go for it, and just have Homucifer ready to go. Also, I found more snacks in my pocket, so that's exciting. I thought I ate all of my snacks, so I prepared to stream already. But I think that's one of the next things that I want to try and tackle and settle. So I do have a Discord. Just, you know, a couple of IRL friends are in there right now. Like, just, you know, my mods, I think, are basically the people in there currently, and that's it. So, there's that. That reach is, pretty limited, but that is in the bio now, or in my social links here on Twitch. And good morning, Ray! There we go. It's great to see you. I, just running through before I pulled Homucifer setup for, the new score attack. Wanted to wait for you before I started doing my pulls, but we have guaranteed pity, and I'm guaranteed been saving that explicitly for this. So, don't know how many pulls it's going to take to get there. If it takes pity, we're going to take the pity. And I also have another 30... I think I have 38 regular keys, so we'll pull 30. I'll just do them in batches of 10. And then 10 of the 4-star keys and 1 guaranteed 5-star key ready to pull as well. Also excited for the current campaign, the free daily 10 pulls that end with, like, pick one of the 6 options from the Holy Quintet. Because by the end of this week, I will have a Ascension 4 Moimura guaranteed now. I could get it today with the pulls, and that would be great. But, guaranteed, it's going to happen. So, that's exciting too. Did your pulls as soon as she came out, and then more a little earlier? Nice. Did you get her? Did it take to pity? How did your pulls go? I'm excited to hear. I have heard from one other already. I know Aether has done some pulls. She didn't have enough for guaranteed pity. She unfortunately was not able to secure a Homucifer. Also, I'm going to be snacking on some Smarties that I found recently. So if you notice me just sticking little things in my mouth, it's Smarties. I'm saving since September for this. Nice, nice. So I'm hoping you got her then. I'm trusting, but also hoping that you got her. Yeah, and Rebellion in the game now. It took full pity and then did more to get A1. Yeah, that's Magia record for you. Very much how I feel. It's just this is just the sequel to Magia record. They're the same thing. This is Magia record 3.0, I guess. You want A2? Yeah, that's I was looking last night in preparation for this to figure out how desperately I wanted Ascensions on her. Because, like, I'm planning for this as stream and everything, and it was the night that she came out I so wanted to pull. But I was also very tired, so I managed to just get myself to sleep, and then on Friday I just spent the entire afternoon playing through all of Rebellion. Standard, Battler, Nightmare for both windows. They're done. Did all of that. So that's how I distracted myself from I want to pull from Homucifer. So Ascension 2 increases special attack damage dealt by 20%. And on the dark field, active increases speed. Our favorite word, speed, by 20%, which is a good number. That's what you like to see on speed, is around 20%. You just finished Nightmare? That's awesome. What did you think of the adaptation? I was worried going into it because, like, Rebellion is such a confusing thing in its original intended format that, like, the confusion and, like, it's impossible to follow on your first watch through in its native format. Like, how much more confusing that would be in this, and it kind of hit the right notes for me, but I also have seen Rebellion at least 7 times. I semi have a religion around it, so like, you know, I'm very familiar with it, so I was able to track and follow it. But I'd be worried about, and you know, not necessarily the case here, but somebody who's completely fresh with it, how well would they be able to follow what's going on in this adaptation? But then, in addition to that, the nightmare stories, just adorable, just little slice of life things that were fantastic, and I loved those. So it's like, one of the things that I really like about these games, and also something else, another one of the new updates. I'll get into all of the new updates in the game here shortly, but one of the things I really like about this game is the little extra moments, and the series is always, you know, focused on like the big drama, all of that stuff, which is the most interesting stuff, but then getting the little like slice of life side stories is really nice. And then something that I don't think I've voiced on stream before, but I always really liked in Record is when you got a new character, you unlocked her story, and then you went and did her story to make her stronger. So you get a new character, and it was like a big, cool event. And it'd be like, oh, cool, I just got Rena. I wonder what she's all about. And then you open that up, and you play through a story, and you're like, oh, I have this new appreciation for this character. They changed it in this game. It used to be you need to nearly max out the heart files to do the story, so I was just skipping them. Now you only need to get the heart files to like level 10 or something, and you can read the whole story. So now I'm gonna go read all of my Magical Girl stories. Just way more interested in the game with that one little change. And it's, again, I don't think I've voiced it, but it's something I've been thinking about and bothering me for a little while. Oh, you liked it? You wish they added a bit more of the transformation and cake scene. Agreed. And I think the controlling Monarch part a little more, that will probably always be a bit confusing. Yeah, so I agree on that. And so I was wondering if, so first of all, there's a lot of new music unlocked, which is very exciting. And I was wondering if the cake song was going to be one of them, but streamer mode classic. No new music available for streamer mode. Not surprising at all, given its Rebellion. I was like, there's no shot. There's no shot that Rebellion is so locked down. Like, it's one of the most hard to watch things. It's one of my favorite things. But yeah, the more of the transformation scenes, and then the cake scene. How are you gonna follow that if you've not seen the movie? Like, I feel like they needed to have that as maybe just like one of the short 3D clips. That would have been really good. Because, especially since they were doing the 3D clips from Homura's perspective. I'm going to do some just light polls here, just to have something going while I'm just yapping. But they did that from Homura's perspective as a 3D scene, even if it was like 5 seconds long, and they just did like a little clip of, you know, big cake, round cake from the song. That would have been beautiful. That also, I imagine, is somewhat taxing on their team. And I love what 3D scenes we got. They are short, but I feel like they felt just long enough to be satisfying to me. The one fight scene, anybody who's seen it knows what I'm talking about. That one, that clip was like 6 seconds long, but I was like, yes, 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 yes. That was good. That was good. It left me slightly wanting more, but not like disappointed that I didn't have more. And I felt like that was done really well. And like, there's another, I can't think of what it was right now, but there's another 3D scene from Homura's perspective that I really like. But controlling Monica, new context that they kind of added on to the end. I was going into this like, you know, Valpurgis Not Rising is coming out soon. If they want to tweak the end of the movie, or like tweak the end of Rebellion for going into that, for anything that's like they want to recontextualize, focus on, anything like that. So I was watching out for changes like that, and that was the pretty much only real major change that I noticed, was that they put that little extra focus on the end, which, when you think about it, yes, has always been true, but it was never focused on before. So I'm super curious what implications that might have for Valpurgis Not Rising. Because that could be very significant, that they changed just a little bit about the end to make you think about something else going into the next piece of media. So whenever we get Valpurgis Not Rising, still just very exciting, but like a little bit more hype for that, but curious. And I'll say, I think I mentioned last stream that I've been waiting to decide what my Monica tattoo is going to be until after the 4th movie comes out. And it's partially because I did kind of like think about that, and I'm like, I do kind of want to see where Homura and Monica are going to fully go in their journeys, because Homura did nothing wrong. Homura did nothing wrong. But she's at a point where it could either go yes, or it could be like, okay, girl, maybe somebody should have held an intervention. But yeah, I mean, as confusing as Rebellion is, it's a big question, really, because part of why Homura does what she does at the end is because what they did focus on with, like, the split in the windows, I felt, which, being presented this way, was, I felt maybe a little more clear, because, like, this is the point in the movie where Homura is starting to break down. The world around her is starting to break down as a result. So things get really abstract and weird. But, you know, Monica says, I would never go somewhere where I can't see you and my other friends and everything. And that's when Homura's like, oh, you're right. I messed up by letting that happen. And so then, like, their opposing decisions and everything, it gets so complex. So we need the new movie to figure out exactly where the author has decided this is going. A lot of open ends at the end of, I mean, the original series, the end of the last one, the end of most Monica medias. Alright, let's pause for a second, see what we got here. We got... Oh, nice! I don't think I had her yet. Because I mean, I've had Toka for a little while. They came out similar times. I don't think I've actually gotten Ninu yet. Have to double check once this is done, see what the essentials... Oh yeah, new! Nice! New pickup. Now I get to read her story. You just have to spend a little bit of heart file stuff, and then good to go. It's a really good update. They've been doing a lot of really good updates in this game, I feel. Let's go ahead and, before we get into our new Google polls, we'll finish off this last 5-star key. Yeah, I forget where that 5-star poll interrupted me at. I was yapping about something to do with Rebellion. So let's see who we got with this guaranteed. And, oh, we got another run. Okay, so I think this is going to... she's already capped, so I think this is going to be enough points to give me another guaranteed 5-star key. But we'll go ahead and start pulling for Homucifer first, and come back and deal with any potential additional keys that we get, like the one that we'll probably get from 50 pulls here. Once we've done a little... Oh wait, no, not this one. This is the paid only. This is... So... Okay, it's still at 50. We get a key on this one. So... let's begin. Also, the art in the background there, just beautiful. Oh, puppy incoming. Alright. We've briefly blessed by puppy there. Maybe back in a moment. He's going outside. Buying the Rebellion pack to get A2 instead of spending free gems. How many free gems do you have at this point? And I never really look at the shop. So what is the Rebellion pack? I could also pull that up here in just a moment, but pulls are happening. You have 8k. So not a whole lot of pulls from that. Draw again. So, let's see here. Let's go and pull on. Done 25 10 pulls already. Alright, you're at Ascension 1. Yeah. I fully expect pity here. So 8,000 and it's 3,000 per 10 pulls, so you only have like 2 more 10 pulls ready to go. And the Exedra web shop. Pulling that up in my browser here, which to anybody buying anything in this game, go through the web shop, not the in-game store. Say hi to Ray. Another quick puppy break. But yes, as I was saying, go to the web shop and not through the game if you're going to be buying currency or premium stuff in this game. The rates are just, they're cheaper. The same stuff, cheaper. Get some more draws going. He is so calm right now. I was playing with him a bunch earlier. I'm gonna go make sure she gets upstairs. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. This will be your first time buying anything in the game? Yeah, the rates in this game are just kind of rough. Oh, hey, I do have the free monthly gift. I don't think I've redeemed, though. So there are free monthly gifts on the web shop as well. So it can be these just gifts. It's just a prism orb, 5 magical cubes, and 2 orb medals. So it's just a little bit of materials, mid-tier materials even, but yeah, the web shop and the in-game shop have the same stuff, but the developers or publisher, whatever, they have to pay an extra little premium to go through the game shop. So they just take what they're not paying extra out of that on the web shop. So do go through there. And so limited time, training pack, bonus sale, Rebellion release celebration pack. So that's... Oof. Okay, so pack A or pack B, first of all. Because one of them's $60, one of them's $30 that I'm seeing. Also, I'm assuming there would be a special animation if I got Homucifer, so it doesn't look like we ever yet, but we do have a 5-star in this pool. So I will once again interrupt myself for that. Yeah. Okay, so there's an exclusive key set as well, but it doesn't say here that I see what exactly that key set is. Have to go into details. But we got another Homura. I think I just got her to Ascension 5 last night from a free pull. So I think this is more just points towards another 5-star key. Okay, so the key sets... Alright. Well, it doesn't say how many keys are in the key set from what I'm seeing. Yeah, afford the 60, but the thought of spending in a gacha game, yeah, it's so rough. Even like I said, I consider this just the sequel to Magia Records, so they're kind of the same game. So, like, the rates throughout, through Record and Exedra, there have been multiple times that I've been like, you know what? I've been getting a lot out of this game. I feel like I could give a little bit money back. I could use a little bit of, you know, extra currency or whatever. I'll open the shop. I'll spend something. And then I look at the rates and I'm like, no, I'm not spending that for that. That's not, I can't do that. Just, like, ethically inside of me, I can't bring myself to spend that much for what's probably nothing. Ooh, we do have a hype pull here. Yeah, that's always the thing. It's always like, where it's like 15 to 20 bucks for like a single 10 pull that's not guaranteed to have anything. It's... Ooh. Oh, well, this one's transforming. What do we got? Okay, well, we got the surprise Homucifer on pull number 41. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, I love the sparkle work on that background. So good. But yeah, we got her. I was waiting for the hype moment of the special animation for when we get her, but I guess a purple can just ascend to be her as well. That's fine too. And we've got another one ascending. Is it another Homucifer? Is it? Nope. We've got, I think this is Ascension 5 for Alina. I just got her 4th Ascension the other day. Still, this is a crazy pull. And it's on pull 50, so now I have, like... What? Alright, let's go! Alright, we got another Kirika. I don't think she was maxed out yet. This is... a good morning for me. I will have to get back to yapping about web shop rates in a moment here. Alright, is this next one going to transform again? No, okay. They can't all transform, that's fair. Alright, and this one is... Okay, another Alina. So that should be capped at this point, so that's just gonna be another 5-star key. Okay. Fine with that. I just distracted myself because I was just thinking of the animation that we just saw for getting Homucifer, her ultimate animation, and the Dark Orb, and I was like, I should go grab mine, because I have one. I have a Dark Orb, I also have a couple of Grief Seeds and a few other things. And Homura, right here. And the official glasses, but I have a Dark Orb, and I was trying to think of where that is, and it's about as packed back away as it can be right now. But I just thought of, like, packing that off recently, and I was like, oh, where did I put that? So you got A3 Rena, nice. A4, I think, for all breakers pretty much is when you get the speed advance, but Rena, good unit. Stronger is just good. A3 Homura, so I assume concentrated missile fire Homura. That's pretty decent pickup. Curious after having Homucifer now how relevant she's going to be as another dark attacker, but she's probably better for single target, I would assume, or at least some situations. A2 Tsukasa, I can never remember which twin is which. Oh, this is a beautiful scene right here. 4 goals, including a... Alright, we're gonna screenshot that. I need to start preparing more of these things for, like, social media and whatnot. So, yeah, this hype pull, we're gonna save that screenshot. Alright, that's done. Okay. I'm just gonna take stock for a moment. I might go ahead and just throw in another 50, because, I mean, I've been saving up for this since Madoka, basically. Kind of since the beginning of the game, because I didn't even spend everything on Madoka. I pulled until I got Madoka, which I think was in, like, the 40s again. So yeah, I've got a lot here, so I might keep pulling to try and get Ascensions. But first, let's go level her up and look at some things. A5 Kirika. Kirika just best sustain in the game, in my opinion. Just, even off element, I oftentimes wind up replacing an on-element sustain that I'm trying, like, really trying to make work with Kirika, and it just works better. And an A1 Kyoko. Nice. So congratulations on those. Let's... training. I've been waiting for this moment. We're just gonna just full send that. And let's just full send that. Casually. Don't even need to second think any of this. Just send it. Let's do it. All right. remembering what she does. She's a debuffer that... Oh, okay. She's the 5-star version of that. Which I can't think of what the name of the 4-star version is, but... Alright, I think we'll go ahead and take her up to... Yeah, that's fine. Take her up to there for now. And... Whoop, retro. I don't have enough resources? Okay, I'm short on these guys. We can get more of those guys. We'll just leave that for now. That would be the bottom. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, let's check the shop. I'm going to see how many... I think I can afford a 5-star key. Oh yeah, also, just heads up, Style Ticket Trader got a lot of new stock. It's kind of hard to find, so they just added it to the unlimited section, and it's just like halfway down. You go down, and here they've just basically all the new stuff is towards the end. So they added some stuff for Crescent Memoria. That's like halfway down, and then they added a whole bunch of stuff as well for Rebellion here at the end. So, if you want any Rebellion cosmetics and you didn't get what you wanted from playing through the story, there might be some of those hidden there. But yeah, Legacy Metal Trader has... Wow. Okay. Sure. Let's go ahead and grab 2 keys. And then I think... Send the keys. I do want to run a Chrysalis farm. See if I can pick up anything real quick. Just get super lucky on Homucifer before I start playing around with her. Double Homer is the only girl you've been looking forward to, so I think this will be the one and only time I buy from this game. Fair. And if that is the case, like, I mean, kind of the way I think about it is I look at it and it's like, if I'm just looking at the 2 Rebellion options, one's $60 and the other one's $30. And I think, like, this is a video game, and I am getting a lot of enjoyment out of this video game. A lot of video games are $30 or $60. Do I rate this on par with the amount of entertainment and everything I'm getting out of a $30, $60 game? And I would say for me, yes. So in that case, I'm not at a financial point in my life where I'm going to be doing that, but in the future, I'd be willing to throw $60 at this game at some point in time. And there are other characters in the future that I'm interested in, and you know, I have been very much like saving and all of that stuff. I play this game very strategically as a free-to-play player, to the point where it might not ever be necessary, but at a point where I have money, I might be like, yeah, let's throw 30 to 60 bucks at this game. I do want it to continue, so I would like to support it, and I am getting that much value out of it. So I try to think of it to some extent that way, and then I can justify it. Because when I think about it the other way, and it's like, well, I'm getting a couple of pulls that aren't guaranteed for anything out of this, that's not worth anything to me. Let alone 60 bucks. Yeah, you want to catch up on limiteds that you passed. Yeah, that's the same for me a lot. I don't... Like, I definitely wanted... Like, I want any limited units that are, like, core units like this, that are, like, main things, main characters from the series, but, like, the seasonal alts. Summer Mommy, and the, like, Winter Kyoko, Winter Cycle, all that stuff. And, like, you know, New Year's kimono versions, I'm like, like, I could take it or leave it, but, like, these big ones. But there are a couple other characters that I am looking forward to, that I assume will be, in Unlimited, but, yeah. Anyhow, let's see what this 5-star is. Alright, we got... She has been visiting me a lot lately. This is at least my 3rd. Or possibly 4th. And again, I am excited to be able to read through the Magical Girl stories, because she was kind of introduced as a magical girl at the end of the English run of Record. So I'm curious to catch up with her, see what... Yeah, this is my 4th time pulling her. And I just got her for the first time, like, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I'm excited for Dark / Tart / Joan of Arc. Goes by all 3 of those names. Translations are just all over the place. But looking forward to her. Looking forward to Kazumi from Kazumi Magica. My insane dream pull that I would love to see introduced into this game, that I think would give them so much potential, honestly. Tamara. If they had Tamara, I'll go nuts. Oh, nice. We got ourselves... This is the new one. Yes! Yes! I was hoping for her. Well, I have a new thing to buy in the shop for the Dollhouse stuff thing, so I wanted one of her alternate outfits. It's for this version of the character. Yes! One of my favorite characters! I got the other version. Alright, so I've got 2 of the really hyped things that I've been wanting this morning. The new character and the Mabayo. The other hype thing that I've been wanting is A4 Moemura, which is guaranteed at this point by the end of the week. Not today, but I would still also be happy to see her. But we've got Cyrano, who I think is already maxed. Doing a little bit of mental math in my head about where I should be for points towards buying another 5-star key and expenditure of just sending another here. What is... I do not understand what the difference between these are, but I don't have to. And I've barely even spent into mine. You know what? We're just gonna go for it. I'm just going to go up to the 100 pull, and we'll see if we get her again. Okay. Nothing exciting here yet. Yeah, I figured I was going to do some additional pulls right after I got her, but I wanted the breather moment after that hype to just give me a moment, process, think. But yeah, we'll go ahead and finish some pulls, and then I think I am going to do one multi-run of Chrysalis to see if we just happen to get anything cool for our new Homucifer, and then I'm going to try her out in the raids. I'm going to try her out in the new Gore Attack, and if Ray, if you would like to, or if anybody else out there having a viewing would like to do some raids together, I'd be down for that. Right. Got a 5. I have no special animation, but got a 5, and we got some hype animation at the beginning of the poll. And we have Orico. Okay. I don't want to be too negative on Oreo, but in my head, Orko, but on my head, I just went wah wah. I do think she is fully ascended in my account, but I am mid-key an Orko hater. But in the game, I just feel not too typically useful of a character, given the pool of other characters that I have. But my issues with Orko are mainly the way that she treats Kirika. That's my issue. Oh no, she actually wasn't fully ascended. Okay. So I guess that is a pickup, and probably doesn't make her relevant, but she is in my easy clean team because it's just cleave attackers. So that'll make her stronger there, which standard mode is starting to get to a point where it's a little it's taking a couple of attacks now, so stronger in that team will be relevant eventually, except they also just increased the level cap, so that's going to get easier inherently. Which, again, the update, so level cap increase, that caught me out of nowhere, and that's exciting, because I've been kind of stuck there for a little while. So that'll be nice, but then be absolutely blowing through things, but that's something else that other players now can also use to blow through things if you've been stuck. I do have friends that play this game who have been kind of, like, stalled out on certain things. But the buff that's active right now for clearing through the story faster, that's pretty exciting. And I've already cleared everything, but for people catching up, that's pretty cool. Last night you were joking with some people about how for anniversary we're gonna add Sasa. That would be an interesting pull for the anniversary. I am wondering what they are going to do for anniversary. I would absolutely give it to them if they were just like, let's just have a gacha that's like the limiteds from the last year as a celebration and for people that missed them and all that stuff, which feels like the one degree that feels like phoning it in, but also a lot of people missed things and all that. But they also just reran Gadoka, and nice, we got an Ascension here. So we got, well, also Homucifer just came out, so like a rerun right then. Nice. And we're already ascending her. Beautiful. Excited to test her out as well. I'm not really familiar with her kit because, again, since she's unlimited, I don't pull and don't pay attention until I can have them. But yeah, there were a lot of good changes. Once we're done with these polls, I'll go look at what they all were again so I can go comment on them, because there's a button on the main screen where you can just go look at that. But yeah. Sauce would be an interesting poll. That could happen. I think I have to go back for my dream poll would probably be Tamara, because that would be something that would, like, a lot of people probably wouldn't get it, but the people that get it would lose their minds at that being the anniversary unit. But more realistically, we're an unknown amount away from Valpurgis no Kaiten, or Valpurgis not Rising, and so that's going to be at least a couple months. The release of this, when is the anniversary? I can't quite remember. It's in March, and it's seeming like I've been wondering a little bit. So from what I've been reading online, people were like, yeah, we don't think that the English version is going to come out the same time as the Japanese version, which it was slated for February. They delayed it in Japan now, and I'm wondering if because they have this global game that they're probably planning to release something alongside with, did they delay the Japanese release so that they can have a global release? That feels like copium a little bit, but at the same time, maybe. And then that kind of puts it potentially right around the anniversary, but also if it is just like a regular production delay, it probably puts it after the anniversary. So there could be something where they're trying to line up the anniversary of the game, the release of the movie, and do like a worldwide release and blah blah blah. Could also just be unrelated. So we could be a couple months away from Valpurgis Night Rising. What does actually fit in there? So another thought that I had is they've teased Tart from the beginning. And Tart is very popular, and it seems like it's going to be the next one after Oriko that they released. That's a manga side story thing. So Tart for anniversary, I could see. And then another one that I've been speculating on. But let's see what we just got. We got our A4 Moimura. We got her. Nice. Well, now I'm gonna go crazy on raids. Wait, is she even in my raid team right now? Still, I've been looking forward to this one because I've got the A4 Mami already. So put those two together, and I'm just gonna have so much SP now. Nice. Been looking for that for a while. Yeah, the other thing that I could see is they might, for the anniversary, wrap up Crescent Memoria, because that could be like a big celebration, like, you know, this is our original story, and this is what we did, you know, in our first year was with our original story. So that'd be a cool thing, but then, like, what hype banner do you post with that? We already know the girls from that. And so unless they're like, they're going to reveal some other new form of Yachio or Iroha or something for that. Well, Iroha wasn't even makes, yeah, like Yachio or maybe Surano or Momoko. But yeah, I feel like whatever they do for the anniversary is going to be out of left field. That's my speculation. But at any rate, let's throw together a quick Chrysalis party, do a multi-run, just to see if we get anything exciting. There. I think we want to, for Chrysalis, I think we want Dark and Void together. Alright. I got her, if that works. Nice. I can actually work on several new girls this way. Let's not limit it to 5 stars. So I should work on some 4 stars as well for the sake of my 4-star team. She's already got her EX. I think my Dark and Void 4 stars are actually farmed already. Yeah. Alright, well, let's just remove restrictions. What other... Sure, why not? It'll probably work. It'll probably be fine. We will need to level those up. You're buying the $60 packs. You can have some gems for anniversary. So wish All right. I wish you luck on your polls. And yes, you're doing those now. I'm excited to hear report back now or next week if you aren't doing them right now. But sounds like. Okay, so that's MP funds. This one. I'll just go. Just trying to throw this together. This is it's just something to get out of the way here. Just throw whoever on whoever. As long as they're compatible, I'm happy. And it. I really need to start farming the upgrade quests, not for Chrysalis. I know I was going to have a bit of an influx of leveling today, but I wasn't expecting quite this much. Like that. So much little things to do just to get to the part of testing out the new unit. And here, this one I care about more. So let's do that, and then we'll be out of those. Probably buy a bunch of prism stones. Let's just do these. Let's switch that. Sure, whatever. Yeah, just kind of whatevering through this. This is just for Chrysalis farming. And shop trader, it is the first of the month in game, or is it the last of the month in game? It is the beginning. Cool. So yeah, we can buy some resources. Absolutely. That. Back later. Get those forward. Yeah, we can get some prison zones from that. Honestly, not even that much though. 2,500. What else is the standard monthly? Oh well, we need these. Battle tickets are priority. Oh, there's not even any prisms in this one. Grab those one here. And this is just, yeah, that's not anything until 200. I've got time to decide if I'm going to go all the way there, so I'm not going to pull any more today, but I might just go ahead and pull her to 200 at some point. So back to training. We want to increase the magic level of our Groundhog Days, wherever she went. Okay, we're just going to take her to... Wait. Versus, man, I got so many characters I need to level up right now. I will solve that off stream. Let's go ahead and bring her up to. Yeah, that's where we want to get to. But send it there for now, and we're just gonna go ahead and not magic level the other character, and we're just gonna hope that the upgrade quest works. Just want to get it out of the way. I have so many skip tickets. So Dark, Chrysalis, let's... Oh, it's supposed to be aqua and dark, not void and dark. What does void want then? Yeah, void is void and dark. There we go. This is what we want. This will hopefully work all right. You know, I'm just gonna single play it and then we'll multiplay it there. All right. Been a few since you said you were buying the $60 pack. Hoping everything's going well for you. So the $60 pack was 2 key sets. I'm still not sure what a key set entails. Is that 10 keys? Is that 100 keys? Is that an awesome attack animation? I have a glass case of anime figures, and one of the shelves is just Monica stuff. And one of the biggest things in the entirety of my anime figure shelf, not just on the Monica shelf, is a Homucifer that can either be like sitting there with like the dark orb like that, or she can have her hand holding Cube like that. And I love that figure. These are like all new characters for me, so I haven't seen any of these animations. Oh yeah, also speaking of new character animations, during Rebellion, you wind up seeing, I want to pause to take this in. I am definitely going to be studying the glitter work that they did on that. Love it so much. What did I interrupt myself in the middle of? Oh, yes. In the course of Rebellion, it was kind of easy to miss, honestly. I saw it on Reddit and probably would have missed it playing through myself if I hadn't seen it on Reddit, just because I beat the fight too fast. But the mommy that you fight at one point in Rebellion is not any of the currently existing mommy units. Those are all new attacks, all new animations. It's new special, it's a new battle skill. So, looks like there is a new mommy unit incoming for a Rebellion version of her, I guess. So that's interesting. Because so far, we know, of course, about Homucifer. Sweet, sweet Homucifer. And then we know that Nagisa, which is going to be a unlimited unit, also known as Bebe, is going to be coming here in like 2 weeks' time. They didn't say anything about the mommy unit that appears to be coming. So, is that a third Rebellion unit? Is that a hint at there's going to be a 4th Rebellion unit? Would be interesting because they've released all of Rebellion at this point. I could see that coming with the, you know, like the second half window event stuff, I guess. It would be a little odd in, like, feels a little out of place to see. Alright. So we are getting, in, like, all new stuff here, because these are new characters, but unfortunately, not quite anything hype. Yeah. Sure. We'll go ahead and go for another one. Still waiting to hear about those hopefully very lucky pulls that Ray is doing. So we'll give this another go, and then I mean, the intent here is to test out new Homura, but now I also want to, like, play with all of my other new toys. I got my new Mabayu. I got my A4 Moimura. I haven't started playing with Mel yet. I haven't started playing with Mitama yet. There was another character that I just picked up that I'm... yeah, I don't... I've had Kyoko for like a couple weeks and have not started leveling her yet. Although between the glut of pulls that I got from keys and stuff last week and the pulls I got this... Oh, we got an EX! Beautiful. Who do we get? Who do we get? Oh, Mitama. We will take that. What does it even do? HP recovery by 20%. For own HP, 80% damage taken by... Okay. Okay. That sounds usable. And we also... We got nothing else exciting. Still, though... so do we get anything to just throw onto? Was for the time being, just... Yeah, there we go. I can throw increased attack by 15%. Just throw something on there. Let's throw something else on there. Yeah, I feel like crits are pretty much what we want. Oof, that's so much worse than the previous one. There we go. Take that. Okay, so training. First thing that I'm going to do here, not training, assign. First thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take my score attack that I demonstrated at the beginning of stream, which was using Ultimate Modica. We are just going to straight 1-to-1 swap out for Homucifer. The biggest difference there is we've got some ideal Chrysalis on Garuka. We got just that one little low-level attack increase on Homucifer here. So, not the fairest comparison in the world, but the score attack here, I believe, was also weak to dark. Excuse me. Yeah, so weak to dark as well as light, so I'm just curious how it's going to compare to my previous score, where the only difference was I had Garuka in that slot. So let's go ahead and run this score attack. I do also, another thing that I was appreciating while playing through Rebellion is the like mixed art style stuff that they've been able to do really well in this game. And like the way that this witch is animated and everything, and like I've said it before, that like, you know, I've done a lot like the Shadow Witch. Everything is like very shadowy, and the way that it works with the graphics of the characters works really well to represent what it is going for, and they've done a really good job of representing a lot of different witches, and that is not easy to do. given the mixed animation styles and mixed media styles and everything that goes into the animation of this series. Right. We've almost got our third little marker here. So we've almost gotten that. Okay. I have no idea how this works. Alright, so yeah. Went down, and now we're charged back up, and then boom. A lot of stuff happened. I need to, I read through her kit a couple of times, and then I was like, you know what? I think just like when they released Dark Art Dominion Bow Homura, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna have to see how this goes. I don't think I'm gonna understand it until I actually play it. So, reading through that right now. So her basic attack does consume a stack of the zone. And okay. It's created by the battle skill. Doesn't look like the special attack actually affects it. We're almost in break here. Okay. Because I think I understand Spatial Sundering and Dark Field. I don't know what Devil Sigil is yet. Okay, so it survived a break phase. I genuinely have no idea. I auto-played through with the other team as well, and did not really pay attention. So I don't know how we're doing in comparison to that right now. Devil Sigil stacks 10 times. How do I even see the stacks for that? I'm not seeing anything that's indicating 10 stacks of anything. Or even just multi-stacks of anything. I'm guessing I'd have to pause this and look at her character in order to see what her stacks for Devil Sigil are at. I was wondering when I was reading about this character beforehand, so I was like, they've got multiple mechanics, and they've never really, like, shown multiple mechanics on a character before. So I was wondering how they were going to, like, fit both of them in. I feel like there's just, like, a... Similar to how Dark Art Dominion tracks the number of her debuff stacks on enemies, and it's got, like, a little number there. I feel like that'd be good to have for her. Your Devil Sigil, that's what it's called. Getting down to the end of the fight here. It is satisfying, like, how many, like, little, like, ting, 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 tings of damage happen with her one attack. Happens with Oriko as well. Where it's just, like, a kind of, like, multi-hit thing. It's just, like, I don't know if it's doing a ton of damage, but it feels like it is. Okay, so basically a side grade. So just threw in a very Chrysalis light A0 Homucifer in the spot of a Chrysalis out a A0 Madoka, and both times we hit 2.5 million in the score attack. So, pretty similar results. The Madoka did get the higher score with, I guess, by slightly, ever so slightly. And she does have much better Chrysalis setup, so take away the Chrysalis and probably about the same, maybe Homucifer a little bit better, but all other things being the same, it appears that they are on par. Now, I go into, yeah, I don't know if there's really anything that'd change up about that team, really. Was thinking, like, you know, maybe change some of the other characters on there to change things up, but I already have Ui on there, which is gonna buff dark damage, so what I really wish I had to go with this Homucifer is if I had a dark element version of Ren with all of her follow-up attacks. That would be awesome. But I think we're going to that moon. Oh yeah, so I did want to just yap a little bit about all the updates that they did. So gifts, that's nice. Some more gifts, nice. This is something that they do regularly. This has been nice. So if you have not, anybody that's out there, look in your limited time quests. Basically, go back and defeat every boss from the story. And that does include the 2 new ones from Rebellion. But do that and you'll get 15 keys and 1 guaranteed 5. You got Sakura, and Momoko. No double homer. That's the way it goes with Gacha, unfortunately. Sorry to hear that. But, I don't know, do you like, are you a Sakura fan? Are you a Momoko fan? Uh, Happy with those pickups at all? And you do have, you were at a, I am glad you do at least have the character. That would be brutal. But I feel for you. Definitely rough after that expenditure. Yeah, and again, I'm still not even sure what the key packs are, how much you even get out of that. You like Momoko and a new character is nice since you like collecting them? Yep. Yeah, definitely. It's never bad to get a new character. And again, getting back to what they just added here, adding in the ability to get to their stories without having to max them out in heart files, which is ridiculous. That changed great. So yeah, Chaos mission modes. Chaos modes. Maybe I'll actually do Chaos. Maybe next stream I'll give that a shot. Or maybe when I'm super bored sometime, I'll give that a shot. But I'm probably going to be doing a lot of stories in my free time. Like the Magical Girl stories. So, yeah, this is a light page on stuff. I haven't even actually looked into the Cheesecake rewards yet. But, you know, that's whatever. But autoplay available for all main quests in standard mode. You don't even have to bother with the bosses anymore. Awesome. Adjustments to the unlock order of main quests. Again, I beat everything, so this doesn't even matter to me, but when I saw that, I was just like, this is fantastic. Like, that's something I thought about for, like, the life of the game, is eventually they get to this point where there's, you know, they're releasing something new, like Rebellion, that would be a draw for a lot of people, and then they go, you can't play it until you've gone through all of this other stuff. This is probably going to take you 2 weeks. So, yeah. Yeah, that's a great change. Player level cap increase, and all stories readable once you just reach heart file level 8. Let's just do that real quick on a character. Demonstrate how easy that is. So yeah, I have not started Kyoko at all. Let's just bring her up to level 8. And I'm not even using the big ones here. I'm just using the little ones. And boom. See, I'm going to be going through and doing that to all of my characters that aren't level 8 yet, and then reading through their stories. Beautiful, beautiful change. But at any rate, let's go to some raids. Let's see who that is. And if it's... Oh! It is Bright. This is somebody who has joined us on stream before. Somebody else is in there, so they probably already got it going, but I'm just going to go ahead and pop in and say hi at least. Even if it's not much contribution, when I see people that I know, like just names that I recognize because I've helped them out a few times, they've helped me out a few times from random stuff, or people from the Union, I was just like, oh hey, cool, they popped in. Yep. Finish this out, and then I think I'm going to fire up a 12 to demonstrate where my team's at right now, and then hopefully get that cleared out, and then I'm going to swap out my attacker Homura here for Homucifer, run another raid, and see what the comparison is. There we go. Sprite, I know you've stopped in before. If you happen to be watching right now, your raid's done. And alright, so yeah, this is what I've been doing, and I did legitimately, when this raid went live the other day, I was staring at it and I was like, which team was this? Was this the Yui one where I did Yui and Homura and Ren, or was this the other one? Which one was this? So I actually got out of bed, came over to my computer here, pulled up my recording, found that it was found the one that had that raid, and then I was looking at it, and then I was like, okay, so that was that team, and I was like, what was the comp? So I was like going to the beginning of the fight, the end of the fight, and like watching me go, okay, you know, like talk about them, like hand motions, move my mouse cursor around, like going, yeah, this character, all that stuff. I was like, open the assign. What were the portraits? What did I have equipped to them? I just want to know, and I didn't do it. So I'm doing that right now. Because it literally annoyed me within the last week. So, this is what I've got set up on this team. In case I or anyone else ever have to come back here to reference this. But here we go. We got a level 12 coming up. If anybody out there wants to hop in. Sometimes randoms just hop in along the way as well. But it is a 12 that's up there. Did not see what the code is, or no. Just gonna let it run. There is a 12 up. That is what you are seeing on screen right now. And the profile is original Mabayu. The name is the same as the stream name, 13 Reverie. But yeah, I don't solo at 12. I put in a significant chunk of 12. I think I get over 50%. I mean, this is a build that I was like excited to show off previously when this came around. I had figured out this build. I've streamed this build before. But just for the sake of this stream, I want to get the current numbers before I swap out to compare. But based on our previous testing where we got Homucifer is on par with Garuka, I feel like that's going to be an upgrade from Homura. And canonically, it absolutely should be. Because for like, what's stronger? Homura in the middle phase, or Homura at the absolute peak of power in the entire known franchise. Second one should be stronger. Oh, hey! Looks like Bright has hopped into my raid here. This is something that, back in Record, this kind of, back in Record, first of all, there was like a support system where you could just bring in, like, friends or, like, union members. They could put up a character that you could have assist you. Which was like a pretty cool system, and that was like a nice way to be like, you know, I've got this rare unit, I'll make that available, or I've got the new unit, I'll make that available, and people can use that. And that was a really cool thing for just like very like socialization light interaction with other people. But at the end of the English run, they did the big battle against Purgisnacht. And that was like a big global event thing where it was like it had one giant health pool and it was supposed to take like several days to a week for all of the players across the world to come together and take it down. And, like, that's just a little bit of, like, kind of parallel play, no communication, social play was something that stuck out to me at the time. It's like, that was kind of a cool, fun experience. And, that's a very similar system to what they've put together here for these raid bosses. And it's been nice here in these to just see people, like I was saying earlier, just pop in and join and help out for a fight. And you tend to see people day over day. I've got several union members that I recognize, and now that I can play with viewers and whatnot, that's a whole new dynamic to it, and that's really fun. But I also, on top of that, just start to recognize names. And there's people that I've just, like, recognized and hopped into theirs and done a few things. And then I start to see their name pop into mine a few times. And that reminds me of, like, more old school online gaming. Like first-person shooters and whatnot. Team Fortress 2, Unreal Tournament are examples that I go to that I played a lot of back in the day. And nowadays, if you play a game like that, you hop on and you hit quick play and it throws you together with some people, or you hop on and get together with your set squad of friends and you go do something. Back in the day, there used to just be like a server browser, and you'd go find one that sounded interesting, had maps or mods or, you know, whatever, or had like a cool tagline that sounded interesting. You'd go in there and you'd make, you know, not, you know, sometimes for some people, I understand they did make significant, like, lifelong friends that way, and like built communities and all that stuff. But for me, like, you just kind of like get in and you'd get to play with people that you sort of just knew from playing, and, you know, you'd find a server or two that you really liked, and you'd just go back to there, and you'd see the same people every day, and you'd just kind of be hanging out, playing a game together. That's something that I miss, and something that this just reminds me of a little bit. So, we did hit, on this one for about 150. So, I'm going to save my previous screenshot, since I wanted that for something. Okay. And then grab a screenshot of this so I don't forget. Go get my team together for Homucifer on the raid, and then hopefully that'll be cleared out and ready to go for that. Yeah, that should this has Moemura on it, so this should be even more powerful than it was before I started stream. So that's going to give me some more SP. But we'll switch off of an A5 Homura over to our A0 Homucifer. And I have heard online people, I saw, you know, on Reddit, I saw a thread where somebody was like, hey, you know, I'm thinking of going for Devil Homura. I have an A4 Homura. Is she better? And somebody was like, yeah, somebody with an A4 Homura, she's better. And somebody else responded with, yeah, somebody with an A5 Homura, she's better. So let's swap that out. Do we want this? 'Cause I don't think we get speed from here. Yeah, we don't get speed from that. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and leave that unchanged. Could potentially also... Where is... Because she is dark. Could grab Lucio. I think that's better. Like, it's 20 less attack, but that feels like nothing. But this is damage dealt to enemies with at least one debuff, which is just going to be almost every attack. Whereas this is battle skill damage specifically. And they both have the same speed. So this wouldn't apply to basic attacks, which whatever. But it also wouldn't apply to the special attack. I think I'm gonna go with Felicia. And then, oh no, she's on. We'll just leave it. We'll just leave it. Discard changes because yeah, we wanted to test out the difference of just the two characters. So we're not going to change the support or the portrait or anything else. Go check raids, see if ours is done, and if we can start up a clean 12. Oh wait, was it done? Wait, was it? I was not paying enough attention. I think I expected it to fail last time. Did I even run out of time last time? Other people out? Shoot. Well, whatever. Bad testing, but we'll see how this goes. Possible need to swap back to get the rest of the testing. But rate is up if anybody wants to hop in out there. Here's A12 once again. I'm trying to think. So I have watched this a few times, or at least paid enough attention that I think I might be able to get some good notes of how this is going as the battle progresses. It'll come down to kind of how much damage is there at the end of the first break phase. I do like the dark battle skill effect, contrasting with Matokami's very pink battle skill effect. And that boss sure does have one debuff at least. So so there is like a fairly distinct that I saw like marker for the Devil Sigil when she got it. But still, I don't see it anywhere down here because there's just too many things. They need to update the UI so that the overflow, instead of just getting cut off, starts to fill in down here. They got space, and there's way too many buffs and debuffs and everything. There's one character on screen who's I can see all of the effects on them. They are taking some unfortunate amounts of damage on Devil Homura. And I maxed out her magic level as well as her character level. So it's not like I would really be adding much with Chrysalis aside from sure, I got the other rolls that I wanted, and there's a defense roll on this as well. So she shouldn't really be particularly squishy. I am liking this number that I've seen so far. But I also feel like the timing's off. Maybe wrong, but like we're coming up on turn 4 here. Oh, I did not see the name of who just popped in, so I was looking at the turn priority over here. I did not see who popped in, but this might be Braid again. Always nice to see you, friend. But yeah, we got some really nice numbers here after that break phase, but how much of a second break phase are we going to get here? So we're running up on the end. The repeated just ting 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 ting. Alright, so all things being the same, we hit for less that time. So, and that's even with last time. Again, I wasn't paying enough attention towards the end. I did get a win instead of a fail on that screen, so I might have even been able to squeeze a little bit more. And we're a little bit less here with this A0 Devil Homura versus our A5 Homura. Again, Chrysalis could make a bit of a difference here. Okay, so this was not Bright this time, actually. Thought we saw Bright again, but Pyro here hopped into up out, so nobody else out here. Curious if I recognize any names. No, nobody I immediately recognize as somebody that I play with a bunch. Alright, so I definitely... I'm not disappointed, but I'm like slightly overwhelmed by the fact that that wasn't like a strict flat upgrade there. Like I said, Chrysalis, and I should look up what does her... So her EX Chrysalis increases special attack damage dealt by 20%, and on spatial sundering activation grants 10 AP. That's good. That will make a difference. Because spatial sundering happens on enemy breaks as well as her own special attacks. So that's going to be mana. I guess that's not actually that crazy. Kind of fully think through it. Because, like, on a fight like that, it's only going to activate a few times. In all honesty. and her MP cost is 150. You add some MP rate increases in there. It's going to come out to more, but in that fight, I don't know if it's even going to guarantee an additional special throughout the entire fight. It's definitely require testing, more thought, all that. But, we got our girl. We got our girl, and that's what we wanted this morning. So pick the cheese. Need to get way more cheese. I need to get 1,000 cheese. I have 130 cheese. I need so much more cheese. Which does just come from the event, though. Need to knock more of these out. I'm assuming the later ones are going to give more cheese. I don't think this is... Yeah, this is cleared out. If I was going to get cheese from this, I would have it by now. But, yeah, it is 40 minutes until the day resets happens. And I have not finished my dailies, so finishing my dailies here. Also, I should probably... Who do I swap out from this team in order to put Devil Homura in? Or do I even put Devil Homura in? He is Cleave. I guess maybe I just choose the slowest character. I mean, Mommy. So Mommy is like one of the fastest. She's flag one here, but she's also giving speed, and also does tend to finish things off if the first tag doesn't succeed. So I think slow speed is Oriko. And, I mean, we sometimes do get to Oriko on certain things. Not this, obviously. But, sometimes enemy attacks can happen before Oriko. As you can see here. Also before Momoko, but... Yeah, maybe, I'll have to see. Maybe Devil Homura is faster and can, activate before we'd ever even get there. The simple team, it has one task, but does it well. Hit everything as hard as you can. Do see, so I am hitting about 2 hours. So this is about as far as I wanted to, or as long as I wanted to stream today. So I will be wrapping up here soon. And I don't feel like getting into doing like a 4-star thing or anything, so I'm just closing out some dailies here. And getting some of that cheese. Alright, how much cheese do I get from this one? Just 20 cheese. How am I supposed to get to 1,000 cheese? If I can only get I can only get 20 cheesecake per fight. Well, I guess 20 cheesecake a fight, 5 fights a day. That is 100 cheesecakes a day. It's gonna take a while. I like when I can get everything at once. Like with the score attack. And I'm just like, alright, just do one battle to unlock the score attack. Alright, now beat the score attack on 50. Buy the portrait and buy everything else you want from the shop. And now we can claim these. Yeah, you get a ton of that currency from score attack. Not the other stuff. Just need to log in, player matches, Christmas quests. Yeah, those will get done. All right. Nothing else on my limiteds that I need to get to in short order. And just get some skippity doodahs going. If anybody out there happens to be curious about the score attack on this one, I did this last week. The VOD is still up on both YouTube and Twitch. So you can see the Search of an Ordinary Life score attack setup. Yeah, go check out that VOD. And if anybody's curious, especially anybody new, if you want to unlock something with a ticket to just get a ton of currency for this type of event rewards, Memories of You Part 2 has an insane bonus. This was back when you actually had to have the characters on your team to get the bonuses instead of just passively from owning them. And they threw in just like a couple of just base characters. So it's easy to get an insane modifier here on Memories of You Part 2. Just do that and you will have more of those points than you will ever know what to do with. And trying to think, do I have any other data? I did my PvP. Did those. I did those. Done my raids. Raids are done, and we got... Alright. Some rocks and Prism Orb. Prism Orbs, decent pickup. Prism Gems are pretty much worthless. Premium currency, 5-star keys, that's what's hype. And I think I am pretty much wrapped up for the day, and right at 2 hours. Nice. Well, this was a pretty good stream. I got some pretty good pickups. Got some testing in, and it kind of hit even, but yeah, we got our girl. Oh, let's we're gonna one last thing. We're gonna change out. Yes. Oh, and I also wanted to, when I got her, I also wanted to change to, no, not the music, not. Wow, okay, I guess I didn't unlock any backgrounds from actually beating the story. I wish I could get, like, the, pink flower field. It's always possible more stuff will come out later, but I think I will just leave it as known. But, curious what her voice lines are, and we'll end there. I love her smug expression. Yeah, that is one little thing here. They've been translating it in this one as the law of cycle and not the law of cycles. It's been throwing me a little bit. 6 more 10 pulls for another pity. That's a lot. That is, how many is that? That's 3,000 times 6. Whoops. 3,000 times 6. 18. That's going to be... Buying more gems sounds very tempting. Have you considered possible other sources. So, I mean, getting to 18 is going to be hard, and I don't doubt that you've probably milked a lot of things, but there can be a lot of hidden gems hidden in, like, this section. So, every time you need a new girl, that's 10. And it's a while to go clear it all out. So, I don't, generally. So, there's one place where a lot of gems can continue to exist. And then all the portraits as well. Every time you get a new portrait, which happens, like, you know, every event you get 2. Every new story release, you get, like, 5. Those are each worth 10. Those add up. And then you got going into your girls. The voices unlock some. Your episodes. Each of those. I'm not sure how many each one unlocked for the episodes. I don't know if that's 10, 100, what? You went through everything already? Yeah, that's... Getting into that desperation. Well, you gotta weigh your priorities and your finances and everything with it. There's a lot of different ways to think about things, as we've discussed. You know, as a game, how much value have you gotten out of it? How much do you want to give back? And also, I mean, in this case, since it is to get to a guaranteed pity, you at least know you were spending this much to get that much, to get that thing out of it. So is that worth, let's see here, how much would 1,800 gems cost? Training Spree Pack A has 1,100, which is not even there. That's $60. That's rough. There's a premium bonus sale for $60, which is 16,500. Again, not enough. And that's $60. This is why I never look at gacha web shops. I'm just scrolling by and I was like, oh, hey, that's enough. Oh, that's $100. That is... Why do they even list things for $100? That should... Ooh. That does not sit right with me. So yeah, it would be over $60. That is more than doubling your investment in order to get there. That's definitely some soul searching of the self to come. There is so let's see here. Let's pull up the Fate Weave. It runs until the 27th. The 27th is the end of the month. So in that time, in the time that this is still going to be available, by the 27th, we can rest pretty assured that there's going to be another event that comes out. And that is going to get a certain amount of gems. Events, what, like 300 gems? I think, or is it only like 100? But we'll have that. Presumably, Tower will be coming back in that time. I don't remember how many gems we typically get from Tower, but I believe we get some gems from Tower. So that is another source. That's another option. We're not going to get another main story in that time. That's guaranteed. So we're not going to get that big influx of gems. And I'd be a little surprised if they were to do something this month where they were throwing another just bunch of free gems at us, like another like login bonus thing or training spree thing or whatever. So I think Tower and Event are the only real guaranteed sources of more gems in that time. Yeah, there could always be more stuff that comes, but I think that's all like guaranteed. Yeah, so that's probably not even going to be a guaranteed temple, unfortunately. Unless Tower gives way more than I think it does. So, I wish you luck, whatever decision you do make, Ray. And I hope, I mean, I know you've at least got the girl. You got your Homucifer. And my wish is for you to get, you know, whatever it is that can make you happy. And I know you want that extra, but yeah, gonna be stuck with the A1 and terrible $60 investment. Well, you got the A1, which is nice. And it's more than a lot of people. I know some other friends that threw in and had to accept. I just don't get her. But I mean, yeah, you didn't really get anything out of the $60, but again, I try to stay positive at least and think, you know, I get all of this out of the game. It's a $60 game to me. I've gotten less out of $60 games. I've gotten less out of games that were just retail like 100 or more. So try and cover yourself with that. Just don't fall to despair. Golden rule of all magical girls. Don't fall to despair. But I think I am going to sign off from now. I don't know. I feel like after everything, there's probably not going to be anything major coming out this week, so I don't know that I will be streaming this next weekend. But probably 2 weeks, maybe they'll have another event or another score attack or you know, something interesting there. But if something happens, I'll be here. I do want to expand ability to like warn ahead of time, because like since this was announced like Wednesday, I was like, I wish I could get something out there and be like, you know, I'm going to be doing this. Make sure that people know. And the Discord would work, but people aren't really there yet. I've got a blue sky, but I don't really have anybody following me there. But something interesting happens. I should be going live Sunday around 10ish Mountain Time. But until then, again, don't fall to despair. Keep your soul gems clear. Yeah, next thing probably anniversary. I think, well, like a score attack is enough to bring me back. So I think, yeah, score attack, and then anniversary will probably do something to bring me back as well. But basically, if there's something for me to stream, there's a new limited I want to pull, new major event like this, new big update, new raid boss could be something to show off, new score attacks, anything like that. Which probably be a couple of weeks, given that we just had a score attack followed by another score attack with this big thing. Probably be a couple of weeks of they're just gonna let Rebellion carry it. But yeah. I hope everybody has a good time until then. Sparkle and shine. Have a wonderful time. And I will see you next time. Peace.